নমস্কাৰ, মোৰ নাম দেৱাংগী কাশ্যপ। আজি মই NJ প্ৰডাকশ্যনৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আহিছোঁ। এইবাৰ UPSC এক্সামত 112 ৰেংক পাবলৈ সক্ষম হোৱা ছেজল আগৰৱালৰ ঘৰলৈ। তেওঁৰ লগত আমি বহুত কথা পাতিম, তেওঁৰ শৈশৱ, তেওঁৰ স্কুলিং ইত্যাদি এনে বহুত ধৰণৰ কথা ঘৰুৱাভাৱে পাতিবলৈ আমি আহিছোঁ এতিয়া। আহকচোন আমি যাওঁ তেওঁলোকক লগ কৰিবলৈ। নমস্কাৰ, মই দেৱাংগী কাশ্যপ। NJ প্ৰডাকশ্যনৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আজি আমি লগ কৰিব আহিছোঁ ছেজল আগৰৱালক। এওঁ এইবাৰ ৰিচেণ্ট 2019ৰ UPSC এক্সামত 112 নম্বৰ ৰেংক পাবলৈ সক্ষম হৈছে। কিন্তু ভাষাত কথা পাতিলে আপোনাৰ সুবিধা হ'ব?
আমি এতিয়া অসমীয়া ইমান ভালকৈ ক'ব নোৱাৰোঁ, তথাপি আমি আমাৰ ফালৰ পৰা চেষ্টা কৰি আছোঁ। চ' ফৰ নাও আই লাইক টু টক ইন ইংলিছ।
Okay. Firstly, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Such a great achievement.
Thank
we are
you.
we feel proud to know we are from Jorhat. And so, how are you feeling right now?
It is obviously a feeling of elation because the success has come very hard and long. Plus, the state has really acknowledged and appreciated my efforts. So I totally feel very, very elated right now.
Tell me something about your family.
Okay, so I come from a normal middle class business family. I've been born and brought up here only. So I completed my schooling as well as my higher secondary in Jorhat only. But for higher studies, I went to New Delhi.
So, which school did you want to?
I went to Carmel Convent, and for 12th I went to Assam Rifles Model School.
And then for higher studies, Delhi, which college?
Okay, so I did my BCom honors from Lady Shri Ram College for Women, and then I also done my post-graduation degree, which is in MCom Marketing from Delhi School of Economics.
You are really bright.
Thank you.
So, do you have any hobbies?
As I have been very studious, so I guess from childhood I have been studying for many long hours. So I have not always been into extracurricular, but I like dancing and I like reading non-fiction novels a lot.
Yeah. Okay. It's like more reality-based kind of.
Yes.
Who's your favorite one?
I think for now I've been following mostly civil servants, so I've been reading books which have been written by civil servants.
Okay. You're like very dedicated to the cause. So.
Yes. Now I really feel that I have the opportunity to serve my nation.
Yeah. I would just like to know, like when did you decide that you want to do, UPSC?
Okay. So once I graduated, I was a university rank holder. I have a commerce background. But I never wanted to go for an MBA or a CA. So civil services was actually the calling of my heart. Like ever since I graduated, I was very sure that this is the line that I wanted to take up. So even though I had 3 unsuccessful attempts in this exam, I did not want to give up because I never wanted to look back in life and regret that I did not push hard enough for a dream that I really had for myself.
Wow, you are really inspiring. I mean, like after 3 unsuccessful attempts, many people
they give up. Yes.
They just give up. They give up in the first try mostly.
Because it is very difficult to maintain that perseverance. Plus the exam is extremely unpredictable and you never know if you will make it or not. But from my part, I wanted to give it my best shot.
You really did. So, what kept you, working for it?
See, like I already mentioned, that I did not want to have that regret in my life. That I did not push hard enough for this exam. So, because this exam actually gives you 6 attempts, and this was my 4th. So, even if it had taken 6, I would have taken all 6 attempts. Until unless they actually threw me out and told me that you can no longer take this exam, I would have always done it.
Did you take any coaching?
Yes, I took a coaching immediately after my graduation. So that was a 10 months long coaching and I did it in New Delhi itself.
Okay. And what about your studies schedule?
See, after I took a coaching, I took the coaching in 2014. So that was from 2014 to 15. And I took my first attempt in 2016. So ever since I have been preparing on my own. So what happens is once you take the coaching, your base is established. Like they give you a direction in the sense of what you need to study, which kind of books would you refer to. So after my coaching, I mostly preferred self-study and I was always very studious So 10 to 12 hours routine a day was very normal for me. So that I have been doing for years.
Okay. So, and what did you do in your free time?
I
might
don't
have-
think I was left with any free time after 12 hours of studying a day.
So you didn't take breaks. It's like
I had a nice sitting. I could go on for 3-4 hours without a break, and I just take a 15 minutes break, maybe half an hour sometimes. But I would just come and talk to my mother sometimes and nothing else.
wow. I'd like to know if you have any like future plans after this. Like, what do you want to do now?
See, what happens is after these results have now been declared, we are invited for the training. So if I am allotted Indian Police Services, I'll be required to go to the academy in Hyderabad. So that is a long training. Then there is a district detachment. Then there is phase 2 of training. So this process is going to go on for quite some time now.
Okay. So, do you have any message for the people? You know, like, I mean, there are a lot of students now who can't even think about UPSC. You know, like because they think that it's too far fetched. It's like it's a distant dream. You know, you can't do it because a lot of people are all appearing in these exams every year, and only 5,000 students are like, you know. So
Yeah, right.
most
So-
people give up without trying. So what do you want to tell them?
So firstly, I'd like to say that they should never stop believing. This exam is extremely demanding and challenging, but everyone should know that if you persevere, if you work very hard, if you stay disciplined, you can always make it through this exam. So my main message is that you should never stop believing. People think it is such a difficult exam, one of the most competitive exams, also called the most difficult exam in the world, and you will never be able to make through, or it requires a lot of hard work or years of dedication. It requires 16 hours of studying a day, and I've heard all those things. But what I'd like to say is that once you start preparing for this exam, do it because you want to learn, not just because it is about an exam or getting into a services, but you should always read, learn, and try to serve your nation.
Okay, so written exams are a different thing, and interviews sounds more challenging because you just have to go out there and do it at the moment. It's like just in the moment, and if you missed it, then you missed it. So, what do you think? How should a person prepare for the interview stage?
Okay, so I have given the interview 2 times in the civil services exam. So in my 2017 attempt, when I appeared for the interview, I scored well. I scored 179, and the interview carries a weightage of 275 marks. So even before entering that room, when I was standing outside, I was literally shivering because it is a panel of 5 members, and these people sitting right in front of you asking you questions, and it is almost a 30-35 minutes or 40 minutes interview. But once you enter the room, the board is very cordial. In the next 5 minutes, you will really become very comfortable. And firstly, they'll ask you very general questions about which place do you belong to, although they have your profile right in front of them, but only to make you more comfortable, they are going to ask you these questions. So I know the interview sounds very scary, but you should be well prepared because you know that there are questions which are profile based. There are questions which are based on your opinion, like on the current affairs that have recently you've been following, those questions. There are questions which will be situation based, that they'll give you a situation like suppose if you were a DM of a district, for example in Assam, which is known to be a very earthquake prone area. So if you had to prepare a strategy and you knew there was an imminent earthquake, so what would you do? So those questions you should always be well prepared. Take a minute, let the questions sink in, don't immediately start answering. It shouldn't look like you are just too eager to answer, you did not organize your thoughts. You should always let the question first sink in and then answer in a, see if you can give a timeline, like these are the short term measures I'll take and these are the long term measures I'll take, though that is impressive, that if you can break it down for them. Apart from that, they mostly ask you questions from your optional subject, especially if your graduation background and your optional subject are totally different. Like in my case, my graduation is in commerce, but I took up philosophy as my optional subject. So the recent interview which I gave for the 2019 attempt, which was entirely based on philosophy, I almost had a 40 minutes interview, and for 30 minutes I was completely questioned on philosophy. So for the interview, I like to say that you can also go for some mock interviews which are organized by a lot of coaching centers, because that will instill the kind of confidence in you. Also, these coaching centers, they give you a feedback after the interview. They also video record the interviews where you can actually see for yourself that what mistakes are you making. They are very small things like the body posture. If you you are actually moving your hands too much, or you're not sitting erect, or you're shaking your head too much to say a yes. So those very minor things in the interview, they make a lot of difference. You do not want to come across as a person who is very nervous. You should always look very confident. So the mock interview grooming helps a lot. So I always recommend that you at least sit for 1 or 2 mock interviews before you actually go for your big day, so that a little bit of grooming is done.
Lastly, I would like to thank you once again and congratulate you on behalf of NJ Productions. And thank you so much for cooperating and giving us your time. So,
Thank you so much. It was an honor having this interview with you as well. Thank you so much. So here I just like to show you my study table. So this is always loaded with books, and like I already mentioned that I like reading non-fiction novels a lot. So here is one that I can show you. So yeah, that is about it. That I almost spend my entire day here.
so what are you doing?
I am just making tea.
Okay. So, do you have any interest in cooking?
I am absolutely scared of coming into the kitchen, and I don't know, I just can't make tea and Maggi. I guess that is all. Because I've always been studying and I've never cooked anything in my life.
Yeah, Maggi is good.
Maggi is good enough. But that too I can spoil.
Oh my god. So, you thought, what's your favorite food?
I have a sweet tooth. So I eat a lot of pastries and a lot of cakes and brownies, and I'm very fond of that.
আমাৰ মাজত চেজলৰ ভাতৃ উপস্থিত আছে আমি তেওঁৰ পৰা জানিব বিচাৰিম যে তেওঁৰ বাইদেউৰ সফলতা কেনেকুৱা লাগিছে
আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত প্ৰাউড মুভমেণ্ট আছে যে তেওঁ এইটো ৰেংক পাইছে 112 অল ইণ্ডিয়া UPSC এক্সামত আৰু তেওঁ ছাকচেছৰ কাৰণে গিভ আপ কৰা নাই লাষ্টলৈকে এক্সামটো ক্লিয়াৰ কৰিছে আৰু পুৰা কমিউনিটিৰ কাৰণেও বহুত ডাঙৰ বস্তু যোৰাটোৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ বহুত প্ৰাউড ফিল হৈছে এইটো বস্তুৰ কাৰণে
নমস্কাৰ আজি আপোনাৰ ছোৱালীৰ সাফল্যত আপোনাৰ মাতৃ হিচাপে আপোনাৰ কেনেকুৱা লাগিছে ছোৱালীৰ সাফল্য
মই তাৰ মানে পাছ হোৱাৰ কাৰণে বহুত প্ৰাউড ফিল কৰিছোঁ মই নিজৰ মানে যিটো সন্মান পাইছোঁ তাক মই নিজৰ ওপৰতো বহুত প্ৰাউড ফিল কৰিছোঁ যে ছোৱালীটো এনেকৈ পাছ কৰি ওলাইছে মোৰ মানে মনটো বহুত ভাল লাগিছে আৰু নিজকে বহুত মানে আগতে মই নাভাবিছিলোঁ যে আজি ইমান সন্মান পাব ছোৱালীটো তাৰ সন্মানটো দেখি মই নিজকে বহুত মানে প্ৰাউড ফিল কৰিছোঁ
সৰুৰ পৰা তেওঁ মানে কেনেকুৱা আছিলে আমাক আপুনি ক'ব নেকি
পঢ়াৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত সৰুৰ পৰা তাই বহুত ভাল আছিলে KG 1ৰ পৰা সি টপাৰত থাকিছে মেট্ৰিকলৈকে টপে আছিলে যেতিয়া দিল্লী গৈছে তেতিয়াও টপ কৰিছে পঢ়াত কেতিয়াও তাই নেগলিজেঞ্চি নাই আৰু এতিয়া মানে UPSCত খালি 2 বছৰ তাক লাগিলে এবাৰ আৰু বাকী সি পঢ়াৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত বহুত চেষ্টা কৰি আছে কেতিয়াও তাই নেগলিজেঞ্চি নাই কৰা
এগৰাকী সফল মাতৃ হিচাপে আপুনি আমাৰ উঠি অহা প্ৰজন্মক কি ক'ব বিচাৰিব
মই এইটোৱে কৈছোঁ যে পেৰেণ্টছ যদি লগত থাকে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ লগত তেতিয়া প্ৰত্যেক ল'ৰা হওক লাগিলে ছোৱালী হওক আমাক ছাপোৰ্ট কৰিব লাগে যদি আমি মা বাপেকে যদি ছাপোৰ্ট কৰোঁ মাতৃয়ে যদি ছাপোৰ্ট কৰে তেতিয়া হয় সক্ষম হ'ব ল'ৰা ছোৱালী কিন্তু সেইটো আমি ভাবি যদি বেক কৰি লওঁ আমি বাৰু পঢ়িব নোৱাৰে বুলি যদি আমি ছাপোৰ্ট কৰোঁ সিহঁতি কিবা এটা হৈয়ে ওলাব
আপুনি ইমান ধুনীয়াকৈ অসমীয়াত কথা পাতিছে তো আপোনাৰ ঘৰ ক'ত মানে
মোৰ মাৰ ঘৰ বৰপথাৰ মই অসমীয়া মিডিয়ামত পঢ়া
আপুনি এতিয়া চাগে আপোনাৰ ছোৱালী যেতিয়া পষ্টিং হ'ব লগত যাবতো চাগে
মই লগত নাযাওঁ কেলৈ আমাৰ মন্দিৰ আছে ঘৰত আৰু বহুত পুৰণা 35 বছৰ পুৰণা মন্দিৰ এখেতৰ বহুত কৃপা আছে এখেতৰ খোৱা বোৱা চব কাম থাকে টাইম টু টাইম সেইটো মই এৰি যাব নোৱাৰোঁ যদি ভৱিষ্যত কৃপা হয় তেতিয়া ক'ৰবাত পষ্টিং হ'লে যাব পাৰিলে যাম কিন্তু এতিয়া যাব নোৱাৰোঁ